what I want you to tell you about is our trip to and from Johannesburg. We flew Delta Airlines, Salt Lake to Atlanta, Atlanta to Paris, and then Paris to Johannesburg. But in Paris, we had a layover, almost a complete day going over and a day and a night coming back. So we had some time to see Paris. 2 accounting professors loose in Paris. Now, if my wife Ramona had been on this trip, she would have done vast research and found out the things to see in Paris and would have had a plan when we landed of the things that we should see and the fun that we should have in Paris. Well, 2 accounting professors, we just weren't thinking ahead. All we had was this. We found ourselves on the train from the airport in Paris, the Charles de Gaulle airport in Paris, going to the center of the city, and all we had was a list of the 10 best things to see in Paris. That was the complete extent of our planning. And being systematic accounting type people, we said, okay, let's just start at the top and we'll just go down. We've got a day going over, a day coming back. We'll just go down these one after the other. So the first thing on the list was the Louvre. Well, if you've been to the Louvre or if you've heard about the Louvre, there are literally 1 million pieces of art there. They can't even display all the pieces of art that they have. You could spend days, weeks, if you're very careful, a very careful aficionado of the arts. Well, we didn't have days, we had a day, and plus we had 10 things to see. So we went to the Louvre, got our tickets. Fortunately, it wasn't a busy time, it was in December. And we said, all right, we've only got limited time here. Let's get a pamphlet of the top 3 things to see in the Louvre. Let's just see them. So the first one on the list was the Winged Victory, a statue, very beautiful statue, impressive, full of power. I'm glad I saw it. We spent a couple of minutes looking at it and said, okay, what's the next thing? The Mona Lisa. All right, we knew what the Mona Lisa was. And we went and saw that. Great, saw it. What's the third thing? The Venus de Milo, which is the Greek statue where the most striking part of it is that the woman's arms have been broken off. So we saw that, okay, that's great. We then thought we'd look around the Egyptian collection for a little bit. We were getting tired. We'd just flown over the Atlantic Ocean. So we sat down and started to fall asleep and said, okay, that's it for the Louvre. About 30, maybe 40 minutes in Louvre and we had done the thing. It was more like a commando operation than a tourist visit. So we're out. And we went on to the next thing.